Okay, we're going to use a method of prolonging kind of a 5-1 resolution and a strong continuous return to the 1 chord is going to be avoided. This is key center prolongation. And this is very common in film scores, and that's why we're going to discuss it. The basic technique behind it is you kind of avoid going to the 1 chord often in root position, especially from the 5 chord. And it's literally just kind of wandering around for a while, and you use that 5-1 area in root position for your final high point. So, well, you're going to use A major, and I'm going to improvise this stuff. So you want to kind of avoid that kind of move for a while. And so this is key center prolongation. So you might start something. Let me just start some. So I'm on the A root. So now when I start wandering, I'm kind of avoiding that return to the 5 to now at the high point. Zenith. And then a straight return back to the 1. Return to the 1. So now that you could return to the 1 as much as you want on the zenith. So here, just delaying that instance. So, and there's a lot of tricks you can do to delay it. You could use the deceptive cadence if you're on the 5 chord. Okay, and you could just walk down chords, walk downwards like that. Literally just kind of avoiding that 5-1 move by all these little tricks. So we avoided that. So basically, key center prolongation, avoiding returning to the 1 chord all the time in root position. It tends to have some finality to it. So let's use minor. Okay, this is you want to avoid the 5-1 move. So what's the raised third? So use mostly natural minor, and pedal points are actually a good way, especially. Well, that's what I'll do. We'll use a raised third somewhere in there, but we want to avoid that at first. Okay, so we'll prolong that for a little while. So I'm going to just try to improvise something. Just a pedal point. And that kind of makes it sound like there's not really much direction. So you could use harmony, like, and you could start wandering if you want. So I returned to the 1, but I haven't used a raised third 5. So we'll do it here. Finality. Maybe start calming it down after that. No raised third 5 again. So using it just at that high point and then diminishing off, or starting a kind of mellow without a raised third 5, and then once you hit that raised third 5, taper off of it and don't use it again. And you have that sense of finality, and then it drops off again, and then lack of finality and fading away. So pedal point and minor. So these are things to practice. I'm just improvising these in, and I use OBS Studio because I really hate editing videos and throwing a whole bunch of cuts and takes and cuts and takes and cuts. I just think it's overkill when it comes to teaching videos. So anyway, so prolongation, key center prolongation. the raised third 5 to 1. It's something, especially in root position, it's something to really avoid up until your high point, okay? So that's basically the concept, and this is key center prolongation, and later on we'll discuss harmonic wandering prolongation, and then finally resting somewhere, as in chromatic harmony and stuff, and continuous modulation.